We all had those mornings when you wake up and you're like, 5 more minutes. But really, you have 2 minutes. You gotta make your bed, you gotta figure out what makeup to wear, you have to go to the bathroom, you have to figure out which outfit to wear, brush your teeth, you know, accessorize everything. But don't worry. So first thing, I'm just using a face primer, which is important because it prepares the skin for makeup application and gives a smooth and protective surface so the makeup has something to grab onto and stays put all day without creasing up. And then I'm just using this Long Wear Even Finish foundation SPF 15 by Bori Balint, and I'm just warming it up with my fingers and basically breaking up the molecules within the foundation, which is a good tip if you want it to go on much smoother. And this foundation is ideal for people with oily skin. It stays put all day, and I'm just applying it with my fingers because I just found it's quicker and it gives a much natural finish. And then I'm just using this concealer by Revlon. It's called the Color Stay in 02 Pale. And I'm placing the concealer in the areas of my face that tend to be discolored. And I'm also using it as a primer on my eyelids because it covers any veins, redness. You want to go easy though. You want to go easy though. You don't want to apply too much because it's just going to make it really obvious you're wearing makeup. And I'm just using my fingers to blend it in because it's just the fastest, and also the warmth of my fingers really melt in the concealer. So yeah, I actually wish I did it that fast. Using a loose powder, aka translucent powder, is very beneficial in setting any liquid products on your face, e.g. your foundation or concealer, but I'm just mainly concentrating it on the areas where I have natural laughing lines and where I get oily the fastest. And if you don't do this step, I think in a couple of hours you would see a huge difference in your makeup melting off your face. And then next, I'm just using this Maybelline Dream Sun Glow Bronzing Booster Makeup in the color 02 Bronze. And it's used to add a few drops into your foundation to give you a sun-kissed darker complexion. But here I'm just using it as a bronzer instead. And if you don't have this, you could also use a darker foundation. And I'm just dabbing in the product, not swiping, because that would remove the product instead of dabbing it in for an even natural complexion. And here I'm just using a Real Techniques buffing brush to do this, and any excess that's left over on my hand, I'm basically gonna put it on my temples and on my neck just to even out this bronzing action that we put on our cheekbones. And then using Benefit's Browsings in dark brown, I'm just using the wax part of it, the wax side of it, just to fill in my brows. And everybody does this differently, so I'm just gonna do it super quick. And if you make any mistakes, you can correct it with concealer, and you also use it as a highlight. And then using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Lightscapade, this is actually a face highlighter for your face, but I'm using it as an eyeshadow for an inner corner highlight, which is just going to bring light to the center of your face and open up your eyeballs. And I'm just using it with a flat, stiff eyeshadow brush. And the next step is I'm just using NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. And this is a great bronzer if you don't want to spend on high-end bronzers, because really it's so great. It's matte, it's amazing. But I'm using it with a fluffy dome brush, which is like a little fluffy brush. It's like a blending brush, but you could get it anywhere. Like, I got mine off Amazon. It was like literally £1, and it's like some no-name brand, but it works just as well. And I'm using the whatever left over on my brush, just on my nose, and just to give it like a slimmer effect, but not really, you know what I'm saying? Smashbox Jet Set Water Resistant Gel Eyeliner in dark brown is what I'm using right here, and I'm just using it to line my upper waterline and just to bring it forward a little bit in my inner corners, and it's just much more forgiving than black. I know it doesn't look like it's gonna make much difference, but I promise you it will. And I'm just using an angled eyeliner brush to do this with, and it's gonna feel funny at first, I'm not gonna lie, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and the better you'll be at it. So just practice makes perfect. And then here I'm just having a little coughing attack, but basically I'm using Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara in a little sample size because I still have it because it lasts so long. But anyway, yeah, even though I've done this 100 times, I still got mascara on myself. And then basically using the edge of that buffer brush that we used to put on our bronzer with, I'm just gonna dip it into the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and just highlight the areas of my face that I want to stand out, like my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, and also my cupid's bow. And this is just gonna give you a little healthy glow. Now, I know you must think that lip liners are only for grandmas or hookers, but if you use a nude and natural lip liner and going with a light hand, I promise you it's just gonna look so pretty and natural. I'm just using this L'Oreal one in the color Toffee. I'm gonna put the name below. And then I'm just using a lip tint from Benefit, and I'm just basically gonna color in my lips and wait for the lip tint to dry because it is a liquid, and then afterwards just put a lip balm over it, and which is just going to hydrate your lips and make it look pretty all day.